right, thanks for stopping by the channel for some writing tips. Today we have a great one. It's all about writing the first sentence. What should that first sentence contain? What should it be like? What should you do with that first sentence? Now, it might be the first thing you work on, might be the last thing you work on, but whatever you do, make sure that that first sentence incorporates your entire story into a single line. Okay? If you can do it as it says right here on the whiteboard, if you can condense the entire story into a single sentence, that's a great way to start. Now, can you also make it full of contradictions? Why contradictions? Well, contradictions entrance the reader. They make them curious. They think about, wait a minute, here's one thing, but here's another. Two juxtaposed, different concepts, different ideas, something that conflicts. Because remember, great stories have great conflict. So if you can have those contradictions in that first sentence, that is your entire story, well, then you're doing a great job. Now, final thing is, can you incorporate the theme and the tone of your story? Does this sentence sound like your entire book? Does it tee it up for people? Hey, this is what this is not only going to be about, this is what it's going to sound like. To quote Sting, famous musician, he said, you got to grab them in the first 4 bars. You got to grab them in the first sentence, because when they go into the bookstore or they're looking around on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever, they're going to pick up their book, they're going to look at the front cover, they're going to look at the back cover, and then they're going to turn to the first page to see if in their mind it's worth reading. All right, let's get to that first sentence. Now, from my novel, An Island Away, this is the first sentence. It goes like this. Charlie lived in a place where the illegal was legal, the immoral was moral, and where some people's fantasies were other people's realities. That's the first sentence. That is the entire story in a single sentence. It also is full of contradictions. Now, these are kind of plainly spoken contradictions. Illegal is legal. Immoral is moral. Some people's fantasies are other people's realities. That is the story of An Island Away. 3 people who have to figure out what they want from each other, and how they're going to get it. So I worked hard on that first sentence. It didn't come to me until well into the editing process, but I finally got it. And I think it does tell the whole story right there up front for the reader who picks up that book and is trying to decide, do they want to read it? All right, let's do this one more time. Let's prove that we're not a one-trick pony here. All right, we're going to take my other book, also set on the island of Aruba. It's called Dark Currents. Now, this is a thriller. And so we're going to set it up really well for the audience that there's going to be some dastardly things going on here. And it goes like this. Kathy Barrow never planned to kill anyone, and she sure as hell never expected to get away with it. All right, there you go. Another entire story in a single sentence. Now, you might be critical, and you might say, hey, that's actually 2 sentences joined with a conjunction, the and that's in there. Still qualifies as 1 sentence. And that's the entire story. And notice the contradiction. Kathy Barrow never planned to kill anyone. Okay, so there's the first contradiction. The second one is she sure as hell never thought she'd get away with it. All right, so your reader's like, holy cow, this person did something really bad that she never planned on doing, and she got away with it. Now we got to take them on that journey. And we're going to talk about that journey more in future videos. But remember, your first sentence. Can you condense the first story into that single sentence? Can you make it full of contradictions? And can you present the theme and the tone there? Like, think about Kathy Barrow here. Never planned. Okay, so the theme is, wow, this is sort of accidental. We don't know what's going to happen. And then we're going to get away with it. So this is a little diabolical, a little sneaky, but also maybe some accidental luck there. All right, people, thanks for stopping in. We're going to have more tips about writing, so stop back frequently here. On TikTok, you'll find me, Sandnick44. You'll also find me on Instagram, Sandnick44. On YouTube, I am Lenswork4.